Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. On SmackDown, Solo Sikoa made a triumphant return to the main event as Fatu competed for the second to last position in the Elimination Chamber match. But another famous actor or actress was able to win because to a major slip-up in the Bloodline. Fatu faced up against Braun Strowman, an old enemy, and former World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest in this week's main event of SmackDown. The winner of this bout will be determined 2 weeks from now, as will the second to last position in the Elimination Chamber battle. Cody Rhodes intervened at the chaotic conclusion, diverting Sikoa's plans. As a result, Damian Priest killed Fatu, and Cody exacted vengeance by killing Sikoa. Because of this, Damian Priest was able to defeat Braun Strowman and earn a berth in Toronto. Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest clasped hands at the conclusion, clearly seeing the value in working together. The intervention by Cody was very beneficial to Priest. It seems like Solo was struggling this week on SmackDown. After he told Jacob he loved him and hinted a change in character, Fatu stormed out. Doing this will make Solo feel like he has let Fatu down once again, and it will definitely not help. What the Samoan werewolf does in response is something to see. Excited expectation permeated the crowd. A foundation based on domination, family, and unfaltering devotion, the Bloodline has dominated WWE for years. That foundation, however, began to exhibit flaws this evening. The enforcer, Solo Sikoa, stood tall in the middle of the ring, his icy gaze fixed on the spectators. With a phone in his fingers and anxiously flashing eyes, Paul Heyman loomed behind him. As soon as Roman Reigns faded from view, the Bloodline began to break apart. Jimmy had sided with Solo, while Jay had gone his own way, causing the USOs to fall apart. Even Solo Sikoa was apprehensive as a new, terrifying, and strong force descended upon the group. Lights went off. The stadium resounded to the sound of a pounding drumming. The Titantron then displayed only one name, Fatu. With measured ferocity, Fatu down the slope. He was an insane force that could destroy the Bloodline from the inside out, and just being in the WWE Universe caused waves. As soon as he stepped into the ring, Solo felt a knot in his body. The two guys stood only inches apart, their shared Samoan origin both uniting and dividing them. Suffocating anxiety pervaded the ring. For the sake of mediating, Heyman swallowed forcefully. Smirking, Jacob grinned. Why bother? You seem to be taking charge of the Bloodline now, Solo. But as far as I'm aware, all you were doing was cleaning up after Roman. A new leader is needed, in my opinion. An actual fighter. And that's not who you are. Solo remained unfazed. Aching to strike, he flexed his fingers. Wow, you're really not prepared for this. And Jacob scowled. What I'm walking into is very clear to me. You don't, and that's the issue. You're only carrying out instructions, while I seize what rightfully belongs to me. A sense of the imminent explosion caused the throng to explode. In a desperate attempt to defuse the situation, Heyman was ignored. The first blow was a vicious forearm to Jacob's jaw from Solo. Little did Jacob budge. His savage head but sent Solo falling backward, and he smirked as he did it. In the middle of the ring, the two enormous fighters swung their fists at one another. Neither guy backed down as Jacob's fighting technique met Solo's sheer might. The security detail rushed the arena, making it difficult to disperse them. Holding his phone tightly, Heyman may have dialed the number of Roman Reigns, the one guy who might bring order back to the chaos. And chance presented itself when the Bloodline was in disarray. A separate celebrity took advantage of the situation among the chaos. Tyson Rhodes. With Solo distracted and Jacob causing chaos, the American Nightmare took advantage of the situation, as he had been waiting for the Bloodline to fall. There was supposed to be a fatal four-way match that night between Cody, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight for the no-one contender slot. The match was rescheduled. Nevertheless, because of the media frenzy surrounding the Bloodline's collapse. As Jacob and Solo continued to brawl outside the ring, Cody made his way inside. Randy Orton dropped AJ Styles with crushing RKOs. LA Knight put on a brutal display, and the bout was an explosion of energy. Cody, on the other hand, had a window of opportunity when the Bloodline wasn't an obstacle. Cody took advantage of the fact that Solo was preoccupied. Jimmy USO was not there, and Roman was not in sight. In response to Orton's RKO attempt, he landed across Rhodes, counting from 1 to 3. It was like the arena went boom. The position of no one contender for the WWE Undisputed Championship has been filled by Cody Rhodes. Even after leaving the ring, Solo and Jacob continued to trade punches. Their containment was a challenge for security. A frantic Heyman yelled into his phone, pleading for help. But by then it was past.